Assalamu alaikum. Do you know that the consequences of disbelief is death? Are you surprised? Don't be. Irrespective of how you look at it, whether from mundane perspective or from spiritual perspective, lack of belief brings death to every man. What's the difference between the living and the dead? It's not moving about. It's not sleeping. It's not eating. It's not going to work and coming back. You could be doing all that and still be spiritually and emotionally gone. Let me explain. Let's look at it from spiritual perspective first. Prophet Muhammad SAW is said, the difference between the one who remembers Allah and the one who does not remember Allah is like the difference between the living and the dead. You see, when your heart beats with faith, you're alive in ways that no one can take away from you. But without faith, life feels hollow, directionless. It's like just wandering in darkness. You may still be partying, having the time of your life, as we call it. But you know, the moment you step away from those distractions, you couldn't bear a minute with yourself. You're always looking forward to the next party, to the next hangout. Even though your account is full of money, you still feel emptiness inside you. See, faith gives you strength to face life challenges, to find meaning in every hardship. It's the light that guides you. Life is worthless and meaningless without faith. Now, let's look at it from a mundane perspective. When you don't believe in the gift Allah has given you, your potential, your abilities, you're like a man that's running on a treadmill, even though he's sweating, he's exerting effort, but it's still in the same spot. See, you are not unhappy because you don't have a lot of money. I'll say that again. Your unhappiness is not because you do not have a lot of money. It is because you are not doing the things that's supposed to feed your soul. And we make mistakes sometimes thinking what put food on the table, what feeds our body, is the same thing that's going to feed our soul. You be lucky if you find one thing that feeds your body and your soul at the same time. But sometimes what makes your soul dance isn't the same thing that feeds your body. It's not that same thing that feeds, that put the food on the table. So you see, every man will be dead spiritually and from mundane perspective if you are not doing the things that really feed your soul as human being. You need to understand that the best of Muslim is the one that's of value to people. After your obligatory commandment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the best thing you could do, the best of worship is to be useful, to be beneficial to the people around you. So the question is, what are you going to give? What do you have to give when you can't even give to yourself? It's no surprise that Prophet Muhammad always prayed to Allah, seeking Allah's protection against disbelief and poverty. These are not two random words. Disbelief always leads to poverty. From spiritual perspective, when you have disbelief, you'll be poor spiritually. You make decisions that are not in alignment with your spiritual essence. And if it's not worked on, you will be dead spiritually. The same thing goes to the mundane aspect of it when you do not believe in your innate abilities. You won't work on it. And then your minds become poor. And when the mind of a man becomes really poor, they start taking action, they start getting themselves in things that are dirty, that are condescending, the things that will eventually bring death to his essence. So I ask you, are you truly living? Or are you just alive? Take a moment, reflect. Are you remembering Allah enough? Or have you let your heart go silent? Are you working towards the potential that Allah has placed in you? Or are you letting them die unused? It's not too late to wake up and start today. See, believing in yourself is not arrogance. It's recognizing the trust that Allah has placed in you to fulfill the purpose that He has placed you on the surface of the earth for, to grow and to contribute to the world. You'll be the best of Muslims when you obey Allah and then you're useful to the people for the sake of Allah. May Allah make it easy for you and for me. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.